Glitch.
Hello everyone, this is Relic Jones once again, and I want to talk to you about one of the most famous glitches in all of Pokemon, Mew. Oh wait, I'm still counting it though. It did eventually come in, but Mew was only a glitch for the first two generations. You did not get a chance to legitimately catch him until Emerald and Sapphire and Ruby, and that was only as an extra ticket item. Now, we're not talking about Mew, throw Mew away. We're going to talk about Missing No for Glitch Week. I want to talk about 3 key points in this video, make this a longer video than it should be. The theory that Missing No is an Ultra Beast. I know, crazy thought, huh? It's like they thought Ultra Beast all the way in red and blue. I think you're crazy. No, I think they retroactively did it. Why didn't they legitimize it in Sun and Moon is beyond me. Because they had the perfect opportunity, but okay. In this part, we're going to talk about the odds, or what's the chances, what's the possibility behind Missing No actually being a Ultra Beast. How they should have implemented it. And the third one is, did they already? Let's talk about this. Okay, so what's the odds of an Ultra Beast? Well, Ultra Beasts seem to only affect Alola. Now, not only Alola, but it seems to be more prevalent. This might be because of Nebby or whatever. Who remembers its actual Pokemon name? It's Nebby. They named it. It was a character all its own, and I better get back in the bag. But yeah, now, when Ultra Beasts affect people, it seems to wipe their memory, which is also something we got to deal with. So, near Alola, well, you encounter Missing No in Cinnabar, which is an island off of Kanto, and we would assume, big assumption, that under it is the Sevi Islands, and past the Sevi Islands, gotta be Alola. We know it's close by. We hear the people always saying, oh no, it's close by. You can go to it anytime you want. Probably hints to Pokemon Let's Go, but the most northern possible region that the Ultra Beast phenomena could happen to would probably be Cinnabar. The whole idea of wiping your memory, well, it's a glitch. And a lot of bad things can happen to your game if you mess around too much with, I don't think exactly Missing No, but you alter things through certain glitches in the first games. Which could be just like how you have to reset because maybe you soft lock yourself. Maybe you got stuck in Glitch City, which is a whole nother big glitch we could talk about. Which I've always thought lore-wise should be connected to Missing No, but I don't think Missing No is how you access Glitch City. Glitch City has something to do with my favorite part of the Pokemon series being the Savari Zone, and why the Savari Zone was removed a couple different times, because it encountered the idea of Glitch City, which if you have not seen Glitch City, hopefully I add a picture. It mixes all your tile stuff up, and yeah, it's important that I talk about it for our next step. So is Missing No an Ultra Beast? Well, it's also Missing No. All Ultra Beasts get a UB and a number next to it. Coincidence that Missing No is the missing number? Maybe because no one survived an encounter with it. Maybe. That's what I think Missing No should have been retrofitted to become like UB00 something, like some crazy hinted at like legendary Ultra Beast. I know Ultra Beast kind of got stuck with the legendary format already, but like the mythic of them, different scale. So is it the odds? Well, I find it that he fits the concept nicely, but they never directly connected it. Oh well. So let's go to part 2. How could they have implemented Missing No finally as a Pokemon? Well, You could have done it with Pokemon Let's Go. There's this whole idea where you can trade Pokemon up from Sun and Moon. We could have let them trade it up to Pokemon Let's Go, but now it's whole Pokemon Home system and whatever. But in my mind, this is me thinking before the game. They could have retrofitted this to it. What if you transfer Pokemon into it? You can only transfer the original 150, whatever. Have Missing No. Have a check for Missing No when you transfer it in. It deletes it off your file, checks for it, maybe gives you an error that something random has happened into the world. Maybe you should check Cinnabar, or like have some weird news flash. Like very quietly letting the data of Missing No, when it checks it, deletes it. It like unlocks something like all the items that the mythical Pokemon normally would have associated with them. It unlocks something in the game, doesn't even tell you. Maybe if you turn on a TV, it says something has happened to Cinnabar, or maybe you can talk to certain NPCs that show up at the Pokemon Center, because, you know, there's always the NPC that gives you the mythical. Please stop doing that. So you go to Cinnabar, and there it is. It goes, flashes up UB00, Missing No, or give it finally a name. And that's where an issue is. Now, when you would catch Missing No, it would show a couple different things. It would tell you that it was a water bird type, not flying, bird, some leftover remnant of old code from like original builds of Pokemon Green, but or even before that. Maybe I'm not being that particular with the idea, but yeah, I would say I would prefer a different type than like flying water. I mean, we're getting a lot of that. I mean, that would pretty much just be another Articuno. I mean, it's ice, but like that's a typing that's already done. For crying out loud, it should have been Lugia. Should have been Lugia, but they gave him Psychic. Was Lugia a reference to Missing No? Who knows? Probably not. Like, grr. Yeah, and then you can catch it in Pokemon Let's Go and have it be one of the legendary Pokemon you have to do battle before you can throw the ball. I actually like that idea, so you don't get scared that you're going to zero out, kill a legendary. It seems ridiculous that you could, knock it out or make it flee. Okay. Because that's how I think they should have implemented it into the game. Is it should have been like a secret. It scans the data and then unlocks it. But, we never got trading over to Let's Go from the DS games, so who knows. That would never have happened, but it would have been cool. They could have done it in Sword and Shield. So, now I hinted at the end, this is the third part, at the beginning. Did they try to implement Missing No? And this is me just trying to, they must have referenced it in one of the Ultra Beasts somewhere. And I don't think that's why I don't think the typing should work. I think when you encounter Guzzlord, being the last of the Ultra Beasts, is the most secret Ultra Beast, talking about how someone was lost and clearly would have had to been a faller because of maybe you get eaten by it and becomes a faller. Maybe Guzzlord was supposed to be Missing No, or they're referencing Missing No. I know, it's crazy. You first encounter it in a cave that has nothing at all to do with Cinnabar or any of the glitches from Gen 1, or, it doesn't multiply your 6th item slot to unknown amount, but could it? It eats massive amount of matter. Maybe of when you capture one, it should thank you and multiplies that item in which it had. Like it regurgitates it. Regurgitates as many of that item that it's ever eaten. Ever. And that would explain the whole, I got 1 million Master Balls glitch. I know I'm stretching that. But, when you go through your Ultra Wormhole ride and you randomly appear in Guzzlord's area, I feel that is a reference to Glitch City. Because think about it. You know it's a tropical beach town. These buildings you walk on, because all the buildings are knocked over as Guzzlord's eating it. You can read the signs, and they talk about it being a tropical town, possibly Cinnabar. But what is the only other time in the series have you been able to walk onto a building, sides of a building? It would have been Glitch City with all the random bits, taking roof tiles as walking space, because it completely messes up the sprite layout. And I think the closest thing to Glitch City would be this completely destroyed area in which Guzzlord's in. So, did you worm ride into an alternate dimension, which it's canon, that's what they're from, in which Missing No, or Guzzlord in this case, rendered it into Glitch City? Just saying. Yep, this was Relly Jones for Glitch Week, talking about Missing No, lore about Missing No, and how it could have been implemented. See you guys later.